ground ivy is fairly common in hedgerows and woodlands. It usually grows somewhere like a nice bank. It seems to like sort of steep bits. Often a little bit damp, or this is quite dry here. This is just a hedge bank, but it kind of extends large way down it. They like sort of undisturbed bits, and they kind of trail along a bit like a speedwell, but they're kind of different. And they've got little kind of like slightly minty, nettly kind of flowers like that. And they sort of just trail along and form a huge little clump. And if you just squish them, they smell gorgeous. And they don't look like they're going to do much, but they smell really, really gorgeous. So it's worth just like picking a bit. And they've got this kind of grey looking colour. Those are quite distinctive. Glechoma hederacea. No relation of ivy, but they're called ground ivy because they kind of the leaves are a little bit ivy-like and they trail along in a similar way to ivy. And they look a little bit like catmint in a way. But yeah, you can sort of put them in cooking. They're nice herb for flavouring food, good for respiratory, skin, and loads of other things. They've got quite a lot of medicinal uses, but sort of as a flavouring in food, they're kind of nice. But just try a little bit. I seem to remember they're quite strong. There's quite a strong flavour, not unpleasant, a bit like eating kind of a bit of oregano or thyme without anything with it. It just tastes a bit strong, but in with food they are quite nice, and they are sort of plentiful. And if you get one of these little traily bits with a little bit of root on it, they do take quite easily, and if they're in a nice kind of place like a bank like that, they will just sort of grow happily, and they're sort of a nice kind of easy to forage herb that will grow quite easily. And they do have quite a long flowering season. There's this purpley silvery kind of nice look in a hedge, so they're kind of a nice interesting plant to have in a hedge. They come from Europe, Asia, North Africa, and they are naturalized in North America, so they're quite widespread really, and usually quite easy to find.